Hi, my name's Penny Hayward. I'm putting this short clip together to help those of you that might want to learn how to understand and access the power within you and how to own it. The first most important step is to practice meditation. The reason why you want to practice meditation is to slow down your conscious thoughts, that left brain that likes to be in charge and usually overrides everything that you're doing. By practicing meditation and slowing down those active conscious thoughts, you start to create a place of peace within you. This takes time, especially if you're someone who is very left-brained and logical and needs to be in charge. Spend that time putting in that discipline because it will just help you generally to feel calmer and more rational and more at peace generally. But it also has the added benefit of helping you to get to that center of who you really are, that true essence within you. Once you've reached that stage where you can feel that peace within, now this might mean you still have the odd thoughts. It's almost impossible not to have any at all. But the art, especially for a very logical person, would be to get to the point where you don't engage with those thoughts. They just move through your mind. Once you are at that stage and you can feel that peace within you, then you want to spend some time allowing that space to become strong within you and to really enjoy being in that peace when you're in the meditation like that. Once you get to the point where actually you are starting to really enjoy meditating and just being in that peaceful state, that's a good indication that you're ready to move to the next stage. Now, there's no hard and fast rule as to how long this will take because everybody's unique, everyone's different, and it might just take time, more time for some people than it will others. You could be talking weeks and months for some people. Once you've got a good grasp of that peaceful feeling and that space within, you want to then become an observer and you want to be able to feel that true essence of who you really are. You might want to use some guided exercises to do this as well. There are ones out there and it can take a long time trying to find exactly the right one that works for you. But you can also do it on your own by just noticing these key points along your journey. Once you connect with that true essence of who you are, you'll know because you'll feel a connection. You might feel a little emotional, but you'll just know that true power and true feeling of who you really are. Once you have that connection to that, you want to allow it to move from within to all around you. Many of you have probably heard about the auric field. So I like to describe it as allowing that peace within and that true essence of who you are to move from within to all around you, to fill your auric field. Some people are more visual than others, and some people are very sensitive with their feelings, and some of you might even have a combination of the two, seeing and sensing this. So put that into practice, and some of you might like to use the power of your breath to do this as well. Now, that doesn't mean you hyperventilate or anything silly like that. It's just about being aware of that power of you moving from within you to all around you. Then you want to spend some time just being in that power of you, to be able to just sit within that space and get to know it. The next stage would be to start to observe what's outside of that. So you'll have spent time getting to know what's within and how it feels and understanding that. Then you're going to be focusing on what's outside. So the energy of the room, beyond that bubble, shall we say, that you've created and that you're sat within. Once you've mastered this, you might like to put it into practice into other places. Maybe you commute to work on a train or a bus. Maybe when you get to your desk in the morning, if you're a bit early, you might want to just sit at your desk if you work in an office environment and just take a few moments to sense the energy that's outside of you, that's within the office environment. You might do it in any number of other places or when you're around other people, and all you're really doing is observing what's you and then what's outside of you. So you're not intruding on anyone else's space, you're just observing what's within and what's outside. Once you master this, you will then be able to go through this in a quicker way. So it won't take you very long to be able to check what's me and what's outside of me. When you've started to really master this, you then want to spend a little bit of time in just defining some boundaries of that space within and that power. So the way I like to think about it is to set the intention that I own what's within that bubble, that's mine, and there's no way that anyone can take that, and they can't take it without my knowledge. So by setting that intention, in setting that parameter, you then become aware of when you might be around somebody that's perhaps pulling on your energy. And they may not know they're doing it. And a lot of people don't know they're doing it. You might have had experiences of family or friends that tend to be a little bit draining when you're around them. And when you learn to own your power, you are then more in control of that, and you can give what you're prepared to give, and you won't feel so drained afterwards. So perhaps what you might like to do after listening to this is try and put it into practice. So if you're somebody who's quite good at meditation, perhaps you want to then move to the next phase. Or you might already be a couple of steps along already. So put in the next phase beyond that which you already know. Owning your power is an empowering thing to do because it helps you to be who you really are and to not be affected by other people or other things that are going on around you, because you'll be able to very quickly say, oh, that's not me, that's someone else. So put it into practice. If you need to play some meditation music to help you, put it on, whatever's going to work for you. But I hope that those little tips will just help you to move forward along your journey and to understand the power of you and how to own it. Take care and let me know how you get on.